You see the mic.
Thanks to this lovely device, I finally got around to playing The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Yes, I do have a GameCube right there, but GameCube games are expensive for no reason, and I didn't realize I could mod the GameCube until like after I already beat the game. The Iron Thor can be a bit pricey too, but this is a long-term investment, and I can play other games on this device. I also do like being able to play on the go. I am playing the GameCube version of this game. I fucking love this console. Also, you're crazy if you think I'm using a Wii remote to play a Zelda game. I don't know what's gonna happen when I get to Skyward Sword. Also, another heads up, these are the Zelda games I beat, and these are the ones that I've played. So today I'm gonna discuss my experience while playing it, what I liked, what I didn't. So, get excited. I don't know what the general census is around the game. I think it's like mixed reviews. First off, the beginning of this game is really slow. This game took me like 2 months to beat, mainly because I'm a little unk now, and I have to do stuff like work. Like, what the fuck is that? But you know, starting off in the Ordana province, I was thinking about not even playing this game. You know, I got the slingshot and I found out the aiming was inverse, and it's a GameCube game, so I couldn't change it. Same thing with just looking in general. And then also I'm just like rattling herd. Bruh. I guess I was just really itching for a dungeon because after playing BOT dubs and TOTK, I missed the traditional dungeons. Easily the thing that pissed me off the most about the beginning of the game was the Wolf Tier collection. The tiers in Kakariko Village almost made me crash out. The Forest Temple was a good first temple. I got stuck at one point with some of the monkeys, like finding them, but it turned out fine in the end. The boss battle was alright, nothing too crazy. The boomerang is a cool item, but it would be cooler if it was more useful later on. I liked Goron Temple, it was fun to navigate. I also like how you get 2 items for this dungeon. The iron boots, which you use way more often than you would think. And of course, the bow and arrow. I don't think I have to explain the importance of this. One of the things that really surprised me about this game was the open world and the combat. There's like 3 separate big ass Hyrule fields in this game. And the missions where you have to fight horseback or protect like somebody on horseback are just ahead of its time. Like, I've heard some people say the 6th generation of consoles was better than the leap to 3D, and this makes me understand why. This game is beautiful and powerful for its time. You know what I mean? This world is actually massive. Like, I can only imagine what it felt like to play this back then. Just like the missions when you're fighting horseback, this one when you're flying through the mountain cave blew my mind. 2006, guys. I think maybe my mind is just skewed on how games actually were back then. I didn't hate the water temple, but this is the first time I got seriously stuck in this game. After obtaining the claw shot, my favorite item by the way, especially for later in the game, I had no idea what to do. I could not find where to go. I would take breaks and then come back only to still be stuck. So yeah, I broke the Zelda code. My promise to myself. I looked it up, I had to. And the thing about Zelda, every time you look up what to do, you realize it's the easiest thing in the world. I had to pull this pillar down. Huh? I talked about the open world, but like, just look at this map too. The design is insane. Everything just connects. It's like an ant colony. The Master Sword Knight puzzle took me a little while to get, but once I did, it felt so rewarding. One of my favorite puzzles, for sure. The Sand Temple might be top 2 temples in this game, and nothing beats that feeling of first entering the Gerudo Desert. So badass. Like, damn, this world is bigger than I thought. And listen to this music. And before you get there, you have to fend off like mad goons. So much fun. This is probably the most complex dungeon in this game, but like all the roaches and invisible rats made my skin crawl. Mad nasty. You get a Beyblade in this dungeon, which is like probably the most unique item in any Zelda game. And the boss battle is cool as shit. It's like an action movie. I forgot to mention that I actually really do not like playing as a wolf at all. I don't think it's fun, and at the beginning of the game, Midna was bitching me out. I don't know, I felt some type of way about that. But also Midna. I don't like Midna. Everyone complains about Navi. I never found Navi annoying. But Midna, for example, you have like the option to talk to her. You think maybe she'd give some good advice, but she never does. She's like, yeah, we gotta save Zelda. Yeah, no shit. The reason I brought up the wolf is because there's so many times I forgot to transform into a wolf. Like to smell the reek fish, it took me so long to figure that out because I forgot it was a thing. But to get to Snowpeak Ruins, you gotta shred some snow real quick. I wonder if this inspired shield surfing. In Snowpeak Ruins itself, the design I really like. A dungeon that is a mansion, high class. It's a little annoying to navigate the snow and everything, and this ball and chain wrecking ball is my second favorite item. Only because you don't really use it that much after this. After this though, is the Temple of Time. This is my least favorite temple in this game. I do want to start off by saying that I like how this is the first dungeon to reuse old items. At least to the extent that it does. Like I had to use the grappling hook, bow and arrow, Beyblade. But navigating this dungeon was not fun at all. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty much just a straight line. But when I have to deal with like the stiff ass gyro controls of the GameCube and shooting these diamonds and walking this statue all the way from the end to the beginning, bruh. And then what almost made me quit this game. So obviously I said I'm playing on the Iron Thor, right? Emulation. Dolphin Emulator decides to update. And I did not know that if it updates, old save states become irrelevant. And the last time I saved a game using a game save was before Snowpeak Ruins. So like 2 dungeons ago. At least I thought so. So for maybe 2 weeks, I thought that was it. I lost my save. I'm not replaying Snowpeak and the Lost Woods and everything. So yeah, for a while I just didn't play. But after some research and Reddit not helping, I basically created a game save using an older version of Dolphin on my computer, then updated it, then transferred it and got my save back. And after all that, I realized that Twilight Princess makes you save after every dungeon. So I wouldn't have had to have replayed Snowpeak Ruins, just some of the Temple of Time. Which I did think before, but I didn't actually check, because before and after this dungeon, when you save it looks the same. But yeah, I wasted a bunch of time doing nothing. I mean, you live and you learn. But anyways, before and after all that rage bait, where I struggled was the balance scale. This one was completely my dumbass fault, because I would look at these mini statues on the wall and literally wonder, damn, I wish I could use these to help with the scale. And completely forgot that I could. So for ages, I was trying to move this big ass statue with just 3 mini statues. I'm just not in my prime anymore. I don't know what's going on. And after all that, I get to the boss room and I don't have the boss key because it was all the way back in the room that I struggled in. So yeah, I broke the code again. I cheated on those 2 parts. Felt good as hell to smash the fuck out of this spider though. After all this, I did a bunch of BS to get Ilya's memory back. This was also a wild goose chase. And after all that, she gave me a horse whistle that I would have much preferred to have like 4 dungeons ago. But instead I get it like 80% through the game. And after moving the 4th one is when I realized that you had to step on them. I don't know what to say. I think my problem is I've become brain rot, so I just be like skipping through text, trying to rush through everything. Hey y'all, stay off them reels. Moving on, I love the Sky Temple. Easily my favorite. Immediately it makes you reuse an old item like the iron boots for the wind. And you get my favorite item, the double claw shot. Shit is so cool. I feel like Batman and Batman vs Superman, or like Spider-Man, of course. Every dungeon in this game is just intricate as fuck. I get the Sky Temple map and I'm like, holy shit, 42 floors again. No quick dungeons in this game. They really just do not make games like this anymore. God damn, Zelda's amazing. The Sky Temple overall was just so much fun. I was flying through this shit. Moving between infrastructures with the hooks, badass. But again, I got stuck. I was really hoping I was done cheating. But remember when I said I forgot about transforming into a wolf? I couldn't figure out how to get across these tightropes. Like, I'm sorry y'all, I haven't done this since like extremely early in the game. This boss fight was the most cinematic too. Next was the Twilight Temple. I liked it, short and sweet. But moving this ball with the master hand chasing me almost made me crash out, I'm not gonna lie. Also, Link swinging at everything but what is right in front of him almost broke my Iron Thor. The amount of walls I've scraped up during this playthrough is wild. Almost forgot to mention this, but this game has way too many rupees. There are so many chests in these dungeons that I find, and the only things that they have are rupees. And I think this was changed in later versions, like on the Wii U HD, but there'll be so many times I like struggle to get a chest just for it to have rupees and my pockets already fat. Zant boss fight I would say is my favorite because it's like a culmination of all the dungeons and bosses and items. The ogre fight got me weak because after terrorizing you the whole game, you finally put BTA on him and he was like, yeah, I was tweaking. I should have been on your side. The final battle was worth the wait. 4 stages, ping pong, of course, running with the bulls, Wii play, and fencing. I enjoyed every stage. Maybe not the Raging Bull, but this final fight with Ganon was so satisfying. Reminds me of the one in TOTK. Like, Ganon felt scary here. Is it a bad game? Of course not. But I have a lot of Zelda games I'd put in front of it. If you told me Zelda had the best soundtrack out of anything ever, like any movie, any TV show, any game, I would not argue with you. Listen to this main theme. Yep. What? What shocked me the most though was the combat in this game. I'm still surprised even after playing it. It's so good. Holding the stick in different directions, he swings differently. And the hidden skills, even though I learned them all late game, that shit had me thinking I was the hero of Twilight or something. Literally moving so tact. But yeah, it was a rough experience, but a good one. Overall, I think I give the game maybe like an 8 out of 10. Plan to play a lot on this Einthor. Next up we got... So, stay excited.